Killed by debt, not recession. Everyone blames the 2008 recession for killing Steve and Barry's. They're wrong. The recession was just the final shove off a cliff they'd already been sprinting toward for years. Steve and Barry's built an empire on one simple idea. Almost everything in the store cost under $9. T-shirts, jeans, sneakers, all dirt cheap. And it worked. They grew to over 250 stores by grabbing up empty anchor spaces in dying malls for next to nothing in rent. Smart, actually. Cheap real estate, cheap clothes, huge volume. But then the company decided cheap wasn't exciting enough. They started chasing celebrity branding deals. A clothing line with Sarah Jessica Parker, one with Amanda Bynes, sneakers with NBA player Stephon Marbury. The idea was to add some glamour to the discount rack. Nice thought. Except glamour cost money, and Steve and Barry's didn't have much of it lying around. So they brought in outside investors and took on serious debt to fund all this expansion and licensing. That's the part nobody talks about. The company was leveraging itself up, basically borrowing heavily against future growth, right when consumer spending was about to fall off a cliff. When the 2008 financial crisis hit, shoppers pulled back everywhere. But Steve and Barry's had almost no cushion. Thin profit margins plus heavy debt is a brutal combination when sales suddenly slow down. Landlords who'd given them sweetheart deals started demanding real money. Suppliers got nervous and tightened credit, and the whole cheap real estate advantage that built the company turned into a liability once the malls themselves started struggling too. In July 2008, Steve and Barry's filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. That's the part where a company asks a court for protection while it tries to reorganize its debts, not necessarily close down. For a while, there was hope. New owners tried to keep some stores running, but the financing never stabilized, no rescue plan held together, and by early 2009, the whole thing was liquidated, meaning the company's assets were sold off and the stores actually closed for good. So no, it wasn't the recession that killed Steve and Barry's. The recession just arrived at the worst possible moment for a company that had already bet its future on cheap prices, borrowed money, and celebrity glitter. The lesson here isn't subtle. Growing fast on thin margins and heavy debt might look great on paper, right up until the economy sneezes. Businesses need real cushion, not just clever real estate deals. What do you think? Was this doom from the celebrity brand pivot, or could better timing have saved it? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe. We post a new bankruptcy story every day. Which company's collapse do you want to see next? Write it in the comments.